Hey, what's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. On this video, I'm going to go over a quick breakdown Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Michael Chandler. Wow, who wouldn't want to see this one besides Khabib versus Charles Oliveira? Okay, so first let's start with the champ. He actually might not be champ, but I haven't read anything official that Khabib has relinquished his belt. So we'll just stick with champ. Khabib Nurmagomedov, 32 years old, 5'10", 70-inch reach, perfect 29-0 record. He maybe in his MMA career has lost 2 rounds. One to Gaethje, one to Conor, via stats. I think that's the case. You guys could double check for me. Anyway, regardless, nuts. Multi-time world Sambo champ, exceptional wrestler, grappler, maybe the best wrestler we've ever seen in the UFC. Practical wrestler in mixed martial arts. Applying your wrestling skills and being credentialed, kind of like 2 different things. Because there's been cases where guys, with no heavy wrestling background actually out-wrestled decorated wrestlers, like George St. Pierre. That's a guy who doesn't have a heavy wrestling background, and he would out-wrestle guys with a lot of creds. Khabib, practically, functionally, maybe the best wrestler we've seen in the UFC. 8 knockouts, 11 subs, KOs, I think mostly the TKOs on the ground, which makes sense, the ground and pound. Khabib, in my opinion, one of the GOATs. Moving on, Michael Chandler, 34 years old, 5'8", 71-inch reach, 22-5 record, 10 knockouts, 7 subs, respectable, varied record, shows he's a well-rounded fighter. Chandler definitely has knockout power on the feet. He's a former multi-time Bellator champ, NCAA Division I wrestler. He's won 6 of his last 7. Of course, his last win was against the very tough and durable Dan Hooker. That was just like a sensational win, crazy debut in the UFC. Chandler just put everybody on notice. Right now, Michael Chandler is on a 3-fight win streak. Alright guys, so off the cuff, let's talk about how these two match up. So I find this fight exciting because, style-wise, you have a powerhouse, Michael Chandler, who has a heavy wrestling background, doesn't seem to get tired, excellent conditioning, dangerous on the feet, knockout power. So on paper, stylistically and skill-wise, he's a tough fight for Khabib. And I do think that he would be a tough matchup. Because what does Khabib do? His game plan for the most part, grappling heavy. 90% of his game is grappling. He wears guys out, ground and pound, gets a TKO, or he opens up a submission, just basically breaks guys physically and mentally. I don't think Khabib has like exceptional stand-up. He's good standing, has super awesome basics, but everything standing is to set up the takedowns. His whole game based around wrestling and grappling. No secret, no surprise, and everybody knows this, and he still does what he does. That to me is super special. But Chandler, with the strength, with the conditioning, with the wrestling creds, you would think on paper that he's going to give Khabib a tough time. Not to mention, I think on the feet, he's more dangerous than Khabib. Chandler's knockouts kind of speak for themselves. You could look at him and you can see, like in my opinion anyway, he's more comfortable on the feet. With all that being said, guys, it's hard to pick against Khabib. He has a way of just dominating dudes, getting the job done, finding a way to win. His wrestling is so dominating. He just overwhelms you. It's been stated how many times how strong Khabib is. Freakish strength. A lot of that is like technique, leverage, positioning. He is just a grappling expert at the highest level. Michael Chandler has great wrestling creds. He's physically imposing, a specimen himself, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough to beat Khabib. Now, if Chandler could keep it on the feet, if he could stifle Khabib's grappling, his wrestling, keep the fight standing long enough to inflict damage, he could win this fight 100%. Khabib is human. You get touched on the chin hard enough, you're going to get put down or put to sleep. You get clipped, you get tagged hard enough, you're going to fall. So if Khabib does get touched on the chin, Michael Chandler could crack, man. But would he get touched? I mean, Khabib is relentless. He doesn't necessarily fight for entertainment. He fights to win. Doesn't care what the crowd, thinks about his fighting style. He's going to be relentless, be aggressive with the grappling. You could boo all you want. That's his style. He's going to get it done. Do I think it's going to be easy for Khabib? No, I don't. Do I give Chandler a chance to win? Yes, I do. But I'm going to have to favor Khabib. Probably 70-30 to win this fight. Maybe 65-35. Because Chandler, he's dangerous, man. He's very dangerous. And his skill set could pose a lot of problems. So to say he has no chance is absolutely foolish. I would say you don't know what you're talking about if you say that he has no chance of winning. But again, it's very hard to pick against Khabib, a guy who's maybe lost 2 rounds in his entire career. A guy that just dominates dudes in the grappling wrestling department. Guys look just completely bewildered, defeated mentally when Khabib is on top of them, tying them up, smothering them, pounding on them. And I think if him and Chandler were to face off at some point, I think Khabib's pressure and his grappling, I think eventually it would wear on Chandler. The more muscle you have, remember also the more oxygen you burn up. Khabib is pretty strong, but he's not like overly jacked with a ton of muscle. So that may actually work against Chandler. But to Chandler's credit, dude's always conditioned. So yeah, guys, final pick. It's going to be Khabib. I'm going to stick with 65-35. Game plans, Chandler has to keep it on the feet. Simple as that. And if he can't, he's going to lose. But guys, you let me know in the comment section who wins this fight. Would you be excited to see it? Really want to read your thoughts. If this is your first time at the channel, guys, consider hitting that sub button, like and share as it helps the channel grow. Appreciate you guys to the max. And until the next segment, my friends, you all take care. And let's hope that this fight takes place somewhere down the line, because it'll be a great one. All right, guys, signing off. Take care.